Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Story Time with Pastor Andy. It is so good to see all of you this morning. Can y'all wave hi to me and I'll wave hi back? Hi. Hi, everybody. Hello. I hope you are doing absolutely splendid this morning on this Sunday morning, or whatever morning you happen to be watching this on. I understand a lot of y'all have gone back to school, and I hope that's going very, very, very well, and that you're having a good time seeing your friends again and seeing your teachers and your new classes. And what an exciting, exciting time to be you. You know, can we all just take a moment to just say how grateful we are to be us? Okay, can you do that for me? Whatever your name is. So your name could be, well, let's see, we got Caitlin, we got a Riley out there, we got a Caleb, we got a Michaela and a Maya, and we got some other kids. We probably have some kids I don't even know about by now. We got probably a George and a Engelbert is a boy's name. We might have an Engelbert out there. I don't know. But can we take a moment and say to God, God, I am so thankful. You repeat after me, okay? God, I am so thankful that you made me. And that you made everyone around me. Amen. You know why we're thankful? For being us and for everyone else around us? Because we are all gifts. God makes all of us beautifully and wonderfully, the Bible says, to be gifts to the world and to one another. And so how we be that gift is by loving each other. It's also by doing something else that's very important. It's a way that we show love called forgiveness. Have you ever heard that word before? Forgiveness? Not three-giveness. Not five-giveness. But forgiveness. See what I did there? Haha. What does it mean to forgive? I want you all to take a couple moments to turn to your parents or your grandparents or your brothers or your sisters and to ask that question and to talk about it. What does it mean to forgive? Okay, maybe I hope you had a little bit of time to do that. If not, you can put the video on pause, parents, and take some time. Well, forgiveness, let's see, some of the things you might have discussed. Maybe someone has to ask that they're sorry, has to say that they're sorry and ask for forgiveness. Is that part of it? Maybe. What else is forgiveness? Is forgiveness saying to a person who did something bad, like, I'm not going to be mad at you anymore? Maybe it's like that. Forgiveness is a really important thing, and it's something that takes a lot of work. And so we're going to talk about it today, and we're going to read a story about a character in the Bible who forgave some people who hurt him. And his name was Joseph. And if you look at Joseph, what do you see there? You see he's got some, I'm guessing those are apples, and maybe, I'm not sure what's in that little basket down there, maybe some rice or some flour for bread or something, and he's got a jar behind him with some, whatever that, I'm going to say oatmeal. I'm going to say it's oatmeal. And what else do we know about Joseph? He's holding a shepherd's crook. Y'all ever seen that right there? It's what the shepherds use with their sheep. And what else? He's wearing a really bright colored coat, isn't he? That's pretty cool. He's a pretty snazzy looking dude right there. Well, this story is called Joseph Saves Egypt, and it's from the Bible. So we're going to read a little bit about that today. Okay, let me try to position this well for everyone. Jacob gave Joseph a colorful coat. He loved Joseph more than his other sons. So that's Jacob right there. Jacob's the daddy. And that's Joseph right there. He's getting his new coat. And who are these guys right here? Are those Jacob's other sons, Joseph's brothers? I think so. They kind of look They're not too happy. They kind of look a little mean right now, don't they? Joseph's older brothers became jealous one day. And while they were away from their father, the brothers sold Joseph to some traders who took him away to Egypt. Well, that's not very nice, is it? Have you ever been annoyed with your brother or sister and wanted to sell them to somebody? Maybe you have, but you probably shouldn't do it. But these guys, they did it. They were not nice brothers to Joseph. Oh no. They really did something to hurt his feelings, didn't they? While he was in Egypt, Joseph was sent to prison. Uh-oh. And the prisoners told him about their dreams. And Joseph knew what their dreams meant. One of them told the king of Egypt about Joseph's amazing gift. So Joseph is hanging out here in Egypt, and he gets into some trouble. I don't know what he did, but he got into some trouble. And he's sitting there in jail. Not a fun place to be. You ever play Monopoly and you get stuck in jail and you gotta roll the dice to try to take your next turn, and sometimes you get it and sometimes you don't? It's a lot like that. The prisoners start having these weird dreams. You ever had a weird dream? I had a dream once that I went to Walmart with Godzilla. That was a weird dream. I don't know what that was about. Anyway, weird dreams can sometimes mean things for us. Sometimes it's God's way of talking to us. We see that in the Bible a lot. And Joseph has a way about him of being able to figure out what God is trying to say through these dreams. So that's pretty cool. So here, you got Joseph over here in red. He doesn't have the rainbow coat anymore. He's sitting on his stool, and they got the other two prisoners. They're telling him about it, and Joseph's like, yes, I see. I see, yes. That's very interesting, because he knows what's up. Oh, this is a cool picture. Soon, the king had strange dreams and asked for Joseph's help to understand them. So the king, he's going to be right over here, guy in purple. Anybody shows up in purple in one of these stories, you know they're important. Joseph said, Egypt will have 7 good years. Then there will be no food for 7 more years. And Joseph was put in charge of collecting food. And the king's dreams came true. People soon came from far away because only Egypt had food. So Joseph was able to see from the king's dreams that things were pretty good right now for like 7 years. We're going to have a lot of food. We're going to have more food than we know what to do with. But then after that, there's going to be another 7 years when there's not much food at all. So I wonder what we can do. Maybe we can save some of the extra food we have now, so that when in the future, when there's not as much food, we can break out our savings and have plenty for everyone. And because we have plenty for everyone, a bunch of people who are hungry are going to come to us. And you know what we're going to do? Because we're nice. We're going to feed them. And we're going to become just the coolest people ever. And Joseph was all put in charge of that. Okay. We're going to see what happens with Joseph's brothers now. One day, Joseph's own brothers came in need of his help because they're hungry. Okay. You got Joseph here being all cool guy. He's got a ton of food right there. You got a big old barrel of cornflakes or something. I don't know what they ate back then. You got the brothers, and they're all begging and stuff like that. That's what I used to look like when I didn't do my homework. I used to bow at my teacher and be like, please forgive me, Miss Teacher, please. Do your homework. Now, Joseph knew his brothers had treated him badly. Remember what they did. They sold him to the trader. but still he loved them. Joseph said, God has made good of your sending me here. Bring our whole family to Egypt, and God has saved us all. The end. So, what happened? Joseph's brothers show back up, and they're all hungry, right? And they see Joseph, who they had just kind of sold down the river. You ever heard that expression, sold down the river? And they had forgotten about him. But now Joseph, he's the guy that's in charge. And he's like, hey, if you want any of that food, you want any of these cornflakes, you got to come to this guy. Get those cornflakes, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Or Frosted Flakes, or Honey Nut Cheerios, whatever you kids eat nowadays. And his brothers come to him in need of help. And they're really surprised to see that Joseph is like such a high up there guy. He's a manager. He's super powerful. And they beg him. Joseph, we are so sorry. So sorry that we sold you because Dad liked you more. Can you please feed us? Can you feed us, Joseph? Give us some hamburgers or cornflakes or whatever you got there. And Joseph, who had every right in the world to tell his brothers to go take a hike, didn't. What did Joseph do? Joseph forgave them. Joseph put it in the past, what had happened. And he gave food to his brothers. And not only that, but he told his brothers, bring your families here. Let me feed all of you. And you can come and live with me. And we'll all be safe and happy together. And we'll be a big, happy family again. What a cool story about forgiveness. How can you, each and every one of you, forgive someone this week? Maybe someone at school. Maybe someone at home, like a brother or sister. Maybe you can forgive yourself when you do something that you wish you didn't do. Maybe you can tell yourself, I'm going to do better next time, so I'm going to forgive myself. Forgiveness is very important for us. Because if we don't forgive, what happens to us? We hold on to being angry. And that's not good. That makes us sick inside. It keeps us up, makes us mean, kind of like Joseph's brothers. And we don't want to be that way, do we? So remember Joseph this week. And remember that you are loved by God and that you have the power to forgive. I hope each and every one of you have a good week. I hope you have enjoyed this Sunday school lesson. And I hope to see all of you face to face very soon. Bye-bye.